How's it going, folks? Thought I'd do a bit of a clip out here down the back today because we are expecting, actually I think it's already over 40 degrees centigrade, that's over 104 Fahrenheit. Out here in the sun or under the shade cover, I think it's actually over that at the moment. The reason I want to do it is just to show you how well these wicking beds work. I'm a massive fan of the wicking bed growing system. With all our garden beds down the back here are wicking beds. All the barrels we have bar one are all wicking barrels, so I really love this concept. What it basically is, I have done other clips, so check them out. I'll put links at the end. What it basically is a self-watering garden system. You have a reservoir down the base that holds water, then you have your soil mix on top of that. The water wicks up into the soil, and then basically your plants have access to cool, refreshing water to keep them looking nice and healthy, especially on days like this. It just keeps them well hydrated. So I thought I'd give you a bit of a look at how our garden is holding up. We're in the last week of October here. I think it's the 27th, might be the 28th. So we're 2 months into our spring. So this is the sort of temperatures we expect a couple of times through summer. But anyway, it's come early this year. So I'll stop gibbering on and we'll have a bit of a look around the patch and I'll show you how well the plants are holding up. So just in this first bed here we have coral lettuce. It looks to be standing up alright. We have the okra. It's doing fine. A little bit of leaf folding there. The Blue Lake climbing beans along the back are doing fine. Okinawa spinach out the front here, that's in a barrel, it's holding up alright. And so is this Taggart's Minuta or black mint. Yeah, not much sign of wilt there at all. This plant here actually comes from a whole series of wicking barrels that was behind the back there, but we're sort of moving things around a bit. So yeah, those plants seem to be doing fine, and if anything, I would think the lettuce would probably be the one that would wilt first. That's normally my experience. Just check the thermometers here now. That one's looking around about 47. This one here, a bit hard for you to work out. I'd say around about 42, 43, just under 110 Fahrenheit. So definitely over 104 or 40 degrees centigrade. Down here, turmeric wicking barrel. They're doing all right. Down here in this bed, this was my main worry. Just these cucumbers. Cucumbers normally, and all cucurbits normally fold over. First sign of heat, but these guys have done a little bit of folding. They're a lot worse earlier on actually, but now the sun has sort of changed position. They're getting a little bit more shade from the mango tree above us. The eggplant's looking fine. So are these beans that have decided to come back. A couple of nice little fruit down here on this cucumber. I'm very pleased with them. Anyway, we'll go hop out the back, hey? Just around the back here, we have a wicking bed in there. I actually didn't water this, fill it up on the weekend and forgot, so I popped down this morning and gave him a bit of a water. But the Warrigal Greens or New Zealand spinach is doing alright. Down the other end there we have some red vein sorrel. Like I said, I forgot to water it and I watered it this morning and all the leaves are standing back up again. Normally for us here that dies off over summer, so I'll be, very happy if we get at least 1 or 2 more harvests from that. Around the back here we have our mouse melon or cucamelon, Mexican midget melon, and these leaves here seem to be alright. It was pretty much all in full sun all day. We've got some Mexican tarragon here, just keeping with the Mexican theme, and it looks to be alright as well. And the eggplant is standing up. So down here next we have the blueberries, and yeah, the leaf tips there, they don't appear to be wilted at all. Might pinch a blueberry and see what it tastes like, hey? Hot blueberry, tasty. Just inside the hoop house here, and I thought I'd pretty much will start with this comfrey. Comfrey doesn't like the heat at all, pretty much all folds over at the first sign and it's doing fine. We're just under this veggie net here, which is a 20% shade cloth, and it's standing up fine. So are the Warrigal Greens here, as are the red amaranth that's come through again. Down here, these are the Armenian cucumbers, a little bit of wilt but not a lot. The cabbage is there, just a slight little bit. Over here, that's just a celery that's gone to seed, and yeah, the seed's nearly ready to harvest, but that's why he's looking sad. Over here, this is our cauliflower. We've got cauliflower in this bed here, broccoli over the back there, potatoes, dinosaur kale, and all of them are looking fine. Not hardly any wilt at all, none on that kale there. a little bit starting to come through on the potato that's getting the afternoon sun. The broccoli over the back, we'll go for a bit of a walk at that one. But all this cauliflower, yeah, virtually no wilt whatsoever. We've even started to get a few little heads, so I'll go for a bit of a walk around. This broccoli, this stuff here has got the full afternoon sun on it, I will mind you, through the shade cloth, veggie net, but there's hardly any wilt on that whatsoever. Getting loads of side shoots still. Just down here, the heads, that head there will be coming off for a salad tonight. We'll wait for the sun to go down and let the plants cool down a bit. This broccoli, 2 plants just growing in a wicking barrel. What have we got? Just over here, my little experiment cabbage. This is a single cabbage. I chopped the head off and we've got 3 heads forming that have grown out the side. So a couple of 3 little heads of cabbage coming on there, pretty chuffed with that. Beetroot, I wonder if it's because they got shallow roots or not, but beetroot always tend to wilt a bit, but they always bounce back. This one's due to come out anyway. He'll end up in the salad over the next couple of days. The onions and shallots and leeks, they're doing all right. I must say, I'm extremely chuffed with the way these wicking beds go during these really hot periods in summer and spring, as it were, and really do think that they're a great idea, especially for places like Arizona. I've chatted to a couple of subscribers who live in Arizona and they think they're a marvellous idea. Just the fact that you're saving water, the water's being given to the plants way down low, it's nice and cool in the soil, comes up through, and I mean, look at these plants, they're looking pretty happy. So there you go, folks, there's a bit of a look at how the wicking beds are holding up today. I've had a few people ask me how well they do in the heat, and you know, today really speaks for itself. Great idea for those hot climates, like semi-arid areas. The woman I found actually first with wicking beds, Scarecrow's Garden, she's down in an arid area of South Australia, so there'll be a link to her blog site in the description below. The guy who came up with this concept as well, Colin Austin, he popularised it. I'll put a link to his website below as well, worth checking out. The man's pretty much all on the ball when it comes to nutrition and food and how you grow your plants. So yeah, I'm really stoked with the way these beds have worked out. Actually, I had a visit from Hamish Gale from Naughty Goat Farm. He's got a channel here on YouTube as well. He grows in IBC wicking beds, set up slightly different to ours. His are in full sun, a little bit west from here, so a little bit hotter again. And he said his zucchinis are absolutely loving this mini heat wave at the moment, if you can call it that. He's getting 2 or 3 zucchinis a day, and the glut's just starting. He reckons he's going to be up to anywhere 5 or 6 or more a day very soon. And yeah, the wicking beds are holding up fine. His are in full sun with afternoon shade, so a little bit different setup to here. So out of all the different growing methods I've tried, next to aquaponics, these would have to be my favourite, just for keeping plants nice and healthy. I've tried subterranean irrigation, I've tried the global buckets. There are a few other self-watering designs out there, but this one I really like because the whole base of the soil is in contact with moisture the whole time. And you just have the ability for more water to be coming up into your garden beds, and they're basically their own little ecosystem. In these beds here we have compost worms living in there. Quite often we'll have a mushroom or 2 coming up, so we know the biota, that's the small life forms, the microorganisms, the worms, we know they're in there and they're a healthy little system. So there you go, I pretty much will leave it there. Check out the videos, there'll be links up there for them. Also too, any comments, leave them below, same as any questions, any suggestions as well, pop them in the comment section below and I'll get back to you. But I'm pretty much all had it at the moment. I think I might go up for a bit of a nice cool drink. So hope everyone's doing well, and I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic week. Cheers, folks.